Ambassador Woolsey, it's an honor to have you here today. Thank you so much. You were a huge part of our Times Square rally, and it's important to have you here again today. A number of issues that I know that you'll be touching on the stage when you talk to the larger audience, but can you, I have a couple questions about the intelligence aspects of this and the verification regime that Obama has promised would be in place. What are your, we are all a little pessimistic about the verification regime. Given North Korea and Pakistan and other programs that have slipped by U.S. intelligence, your experience at the CIA, can you share your thoughts on this with us, please?
Well, you summed it up very well when you asked about North Korea. In '94, the Clinton administration got started, and then the Bush administration came along, and the North Koreans led both of them around with a ring in their nose. They never got on to what the North Koreans were doing, and the North Koreans now have a substantial capability to use nuclear weapons. And it is the fault of those two administrations. And when Iran gets its nuclear weapon, it will be principally the fault of the Obama administration. And it will get a nuclear capability, given the way this agreement is structured. People talk about the verification. This verification would work fine if the country we wanted to deal with was Denmark. The Danes would be fine under this regime. But the way it's drafted, how easy it is to elude the enforcement, my gosh, I mean, you have the Iranians writing reports on themselves. It'd be a Saturday Night Live skit if it weren't so potentially tragic.
What are your thoughts on why Democrats in Congress don't understand this? Is it Chicago-style politics and bullying? I mean, we're here in front of Senator Gillibrand's office. What is it that she doesn't understand about death to America and the Iranians providing their own soil samples?
I don't know. I've been in this national security world now since 1968 in one way or another, off and on. And I've always been a lot better at understanding the motivations and actions of terrorists and dictators than American politicians. I'm not going to try to get inside their skin.
One final question for you, given our time here. You have focused very much on the threats of an electric magnetic pulse, an EMP. How quickly do you think Iran could produce an EMP, and what can we do to thwart that? And is the government addressing this issue?
The U.S. government is not doing essentially anything about it, as far as I can tell, anything important. And Iran could have the capability to use an EMP weapon against the United States and take out our electric grid if it had a nuclear weapon, even a relatively primitive one, that it could fit in the nose cone of a simple ballistic missile like a Scud, of which it has a lot, or a more sophisticated one, of the sort that the Russians are providing to the Iranians. You don't need anything except a simple nuclear weapon and a simple ballistic missile that could put something into orbit up 20, 30, 40, 50 miles above the Earth. That's not hard to do. So we have a very serious problem as soon as Iran has a nuclear weapon to go along with its existing missile capabilities. And I tell you, we've got 18 critical infrastructures in the country, including food and water and banking and so on. An electromagnetic pulse attack with one detonation on the electric grid takes out all those other grids as well, all those other institutions, the banks, etc., because they depend on electricity.
Very, very scary. Ambassador Woolsey, thank you so much for your service to our country and for being here today.
Good to be with you.
Thank you.